Yes, everyone ready? All right, we're going to take a motion to return to open session. We need a motion, a second. Motion was made by Councilman Coleman. Second by Councilwoman O'Toole. Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole? Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Anderson?
Yes.
Council President Scosi?
Yes.
And Councilman Haber?
Yes.
And now we need a motion to approve the executive session minutes from the March 25th, 2025 meeting. Motion was made by Councilwoman O'Toole, seconded by Councilman Haber. Councilwoman O'Toole. Councilman Haber.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Council President Sikosi.
Yes.
And Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 11. Item number 11 is an ordinance designating block 171, lots 23 and 42 as an affordable housing overlay zone with the MF16 multifamily housing designation to provide a realistic opportunity for the construction of low and moderate income housing. This is a final reading, so a public comment is required.
Is there anyone in the public that has questions on number 11? All right, for the records, say your first name, spell your last name, and your address, please.
Michael Messina, 3478 Perry Avenue. I live in the Lakers community. I'm just a little bit confused. On the agenda, it mentions the lot numbers that pertain to Route 37, and then also that relate to Main Street. So it appears that the plan has been modified according to this agenda. Is that correct? Because that's what I'm seeing.
Would you like me to jump in, Bruce? Or you able to answer it? If not, Dave, you can answer.
What do you mean?
That's
Lots
what I mean.
23 and 42?
23 and 42 on Route 37.
The Route 70 has not been introduced again.
Okay, so that's the plan.
As we discussed, we were looking for alternatives.
Okay, the plan has changed. And does
No, we're looking for alternatives at the moment. The plan is not, we have to amend, correct? Let Mr. Zangaro give you the procedure, but as I said, nothing, I told you we were gonna look for a different location. We've been looking for a different location. We still haven't settled on one,
Right.
okay? So this is what much of the backroom discussion pertains to, but we have to have a complete plan. So we're working on it, as I promised you, we would work on it.
Thank you.
And Mr. Zangaro could let you know what the process would look like, because I am not aware.
Okay, before that, my other question, because I'm on time. The builder's remedy solution, I think we had a discussion at the last meeting, and the question came up, I posed the question, that if we were granted the extension, does that give us a stay on the builder's remedy? And
That's a great question, which our lawyer is not even sure about, but he'll answer you. But our immunity is only good until tomorrow if we don't pass this.
I get it.
The 9th.
Okay, I hear you.
Mr. Zangaro, can you answer that?
Can I finish my question? Thank you. So, I believe what we said last time was, builder's remedy was in play, but Judge Gertner put out a 9-page document, and I believe he said, maybe I don't understand, I'm not a lawyer, that the builder's remedy is on the table, but does not necessarily have to be granted at this particular point, even though the concern was raised. It's in the judge's hand, the builder's remedy. Is that true or not true? Because that's what I thought I read.
Yeah, well,
Mr. Zangaro, let us listen.
you want to take?
Sure. On the first part, there is a plan in place. That's an introduction only. The ordinance is for certain parts of that plan.
Okay.
If the entire structure changes, it would have to be an amended housing element and fair share plan.
Right.
That reflects that larger policy change. As the second item, I certainly have thoughts. on whether Meridia's lawsuit is barred or not.
Right.
I'm not gonna put on the record what legal advice, which could either.
It's still up in the air, kind of.
Basically, what he's saying is maybe.
Sorry?
Saying maybe.
I'm not gonna discuss litigation, I have litigation analysis, which I'm not gonna kind of on the record, but
Does this reside with the judge at this point?
the, so every.
I don't really understand the way you're phrasing the question.
Okay.
It's confusing, but I think generally what you're trying to say is, and Chris is saying, we don't know how the judge is gonna react to Phil's remedy based on the current situation. He wields an immense power to decide
He
things.
can go
the way he
either
wants.
way, but
Yes.
it's with the judge.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Well, everything with the judge, anything with the judge is with the judge. I mean, I don't.
Well, I just said it and you disagreed, but that's okay. I don't understand it the way you do. I'm just trying to make it clear to the residents of Lakeridge that come to the meetings that this is not, it's still not enacted. It resides with the judge at this point right now.
Wait.
And it could go either way.
Wait, but, no, there was definitely a builder's remedy lawsuit filed.
Yes.
Let's be clear.
Lawsuit was filed.
Right,
Whether
whether they'll win or not is really
unknown,
determined.
completely unknown.
I just said that's in the hands of the judge.
Right, but it's definitely been filed.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wouldn't phrase it the way you're phrasing it.
And
That's
so
what we're
you
gonna-
understand it's for the downtown project?
Yes.
The 2 6-story buildings?
Yes.
Okay?
Which, by the way, if it were, they have different avenues to see, because they're challenging us in various ways. I don't want to get too in the weeds, because as Chris advised, I shouldn't be talking about this too much anyway. But they could alter the plan, with the builder's remedy. They could make it bigger.
The structure that was originally 10 stories that is now 6.
Yeah, they can propose whatever they want. They can propose it.
I don't think so. Any other questions?
No,
sir?
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, sir, state your first name, your last name, and your address, please.
Bill Brilliant, 79 Holly Lane. Can I see the clock just so I can thanks? Okay, a couple things. So one is, I'm gonna encourage you to table this second reading of the ordinance. Couple things I'm gonna put on the record. One is that basically, you don't have to pass this tonight. As the mayor has said, as the attorney has said, you are looking at options where you are. What you're looking to pass tonight is a second reading of an ordinance, which is basically saying that land that Toms River purchased in 2016, and I read the ordinance, I have it in my hand here, it says, "The improvements hereby authorized and the purpose for which the bonds and notes to be issued in the acquisition of real property in the township of Toms River for open space purposes by purchase and or eminent domain designated as a township," and it lists all those bonds, okay? If we're gonna do anything, let's table this. Tonight, I think you have 3 ordinances that are part of your affordable housing plan, which are not in question: Jamestown, 2008, Route 37 LLC, and then the Floodina. Move forward in the first readings. Now you have 4 different motions that are in line, 4 different ordinances in line to move forward. And I want to point out, I have in front of me, Mr. Zangaris, I'm sure he has a copy, I have the actual order from the judge. And what it says in a couple areas, and I'm gonna paraphrase some of it, but I'm gonna read it as best I can because I have a short time. The court is aware the municipality has filed a formal request seeking extension of temporary immunity from the exclusionary zoning litigation, and by this order, the return date for this motion shall be April 23rd, 2026, in person at 9:30. Okay? And then it goes on to what's ordered. That this court shall direct and oversee continued settlement negotiations between and among the municipalities and the challengers, taking into account the program's recommendation prior to withdrawal of Hope's Crossing development. Something that hasn't been mentioned, Hope's Crossing is now not part of the plan. You're looking at other options. One of the other options is this land on Route 9, which I'm asking you, table it until you have other options to look at, because that land was purchased by $10 million of taxpayer dollars. Let's put that as another option, not as the first option. Let's put it away for right now.
Let me ask you a question off the top of your head. Do you have any idea, any other locations?
I do, but I'm not part of your team.
Okay.
You can call me anytime. But I want to say though, is number 5 of this. However, the municipality
shall also adopt a binding resolution by April 9th, so that's tomorrow, so you gotta do it tonight, to commit to adopting the implementation ordinances and resolutions required following the resolution of the disputes with necessary adjustments to reflect the terms of that said resolution. That's what you're doing tonight. That is what the judge wants done by tomorrow. He didn't say pass this ordinance.
Thank you.
Okay? And the last thing on here, I'm gonna move forward real quick. It says, accordingly, as a result, the municipality retains all the protections of the above referenced amendment to the FHA, continues to retain immunity from exclusionary zoning litigation, and the court retains jurisdiction so as to permit the parties to continue mediation with the guidance and assistance of special adjudicator and court-appointed mediator while providing a mechanism to hear objections under the auspice and supervision of the court so long as the municipality timely complies with its obligations. Table this, pass the resolution later. Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
You said it all.
I need a motion to. Motion to close.
Motion. Okay. Motion to close public comment was made by Council Vice President Iverson, seconded by Councilman Coleman. All in favor?
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none.
Council President,
Yes.
the only thing that I would like to add, if you'd be okay with it, is I'd like to add something just to address what was said by Mr. Brady. He's always so eloquent. I just wanted to point out that the property was not designated open space, so when we were looking for property, we wanted to make sure it wasn't in your homes, right? Because people don't want more housing, and we wanted to make sure that we could designate something that was township owned because we have full control. So this council would have the determination of who, what, and how, or if the property would ever develop. If you redesignated property that was not our property, somebody could just come in and build it, right? But if you designate this property, the council would have to vote at many different stages to bring about some sort of housing there. So there is time then to continue to look around or potentially amend again in the future. But again, Route 9, near the bus area, across from the PIC building, very commercial area, right up on the Lakewood border, never designated as open space.
Mayor, let me ask you a question. So, what would be the problem then to table it for another meeting?
I don't agree with this, nor did Mr. Zandaro. He can't mention, I'm not, I don't agree with what he said about the judge. The judge, you heard what the attorney said about the judge, but you do know there's no risk, right? There's no risk because nothing can be built there without you, right? But we should go to the judge and say, hey, we did something to completion.
I won't be here. That'll be down the road years from now. I don't want to leave something.
No, we're gonna have to select stuff in a much shorter time frame than that. Select.
Yeah, you're talking about the 5-year check. We're talking about when the plan is, the final plan is submitted.
Yeah, gotta get the plan through.
Pending a nicer chunk of
All right,
extension.
explain that 5 years to the people in the audience, please.
You wanna do that, Mr. Penny, or Mr. Penny, you do that. There, basically, you get,
Yeah, there's checkups on, a lot of the stuff that you agree to in the initial plan, they understand that you don't have every I dotted and every T crossed when the plan is made. A lot of it's done with memorandums of understanding and agreements that are non-binding. So that's why they come in at the 5-year mark and see how far along things went, and they do a 5-year check. But, so you don't have to put everything binding now. I think that one of the reasons this is a good one to finalize to enhance our argument for extension is because you will get a second chance to vote on whatever is done there.
yeah, and the mediator was the one that came in and like requested that you pass that. He was the court-appointed mediator, not my mediator, the court-appointed.
Let me ask you a question. Down the road, the totally different council or mayor they could vote this away, correct?
Yeah, you're gonna have, whatever council's sitting when someone pitches an idea for this property will have the chance to vote and approve the actual plan. This is just a set aside of land.
But they could vote it down, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right.
A lot of
Public comment was closed, sorry. All right, any council members have anything to say? Any more questions? No? All right, so, I need a motion on number 11, either to, vote yes, no, or table. Or to approve? Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion to approve ordinance number 11 was made by Councilman Aber, second by Councilman Coleman. Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman?
I'm going to vote yes because the council ultimately will have the decision, whatever would be done with that property and any other property. It's up to the council to make that decision. Nothing's going to move ahead. This is just to get the plan approved so that we can get an extension. We need that extension. So I'm voting yes.
Councilman Bradley?
No.
Councilman Bianchini?
I've been thinking about this a long time, and I've been doing a lot of reading. And Phil Bryant, I must have read the same stuff that you did from the judge, because first of all, I read that was bought for open space. 2, it's on Route 9, okay? People don't want that, it's open space, it's township property, and my phones blew up every day when people were calling me up, until they told it was township property. We did what the judge asked us to do last time. We did the resolution in good faith to hold the marker on that so that we can go and negotiate the other ordinances that we're all on board with. But I cannot sit there and tell everybody that I'm not gonna build on township property. I'm sorry, but listen, we have too much congestion up there. I don't even know where the planner is and all this stuff here. I mean, do we have a planner? I mean, we're making all these decisions. No one knows what the build out is or anything. I mean, you know what? The bottom line is, no one knows anything here. We're just making decisions and hoping that maybe later on that we can catch up to later on. I'm voting no, because I don't want no more building on Route 9 and it's township property. Plain and simple.
Council Vice President Madison?
We all know no matter how we vote, and no matter how this goes, it's gonna spin it against us because it's all basically a campaign issue. So I'm gonna abstain from this vote.
Council President Sikosi?
God help me, all right, listen, I'm gonna vote yes on this, just for the simple fact. That it's only 10 acres, and down the road, a future council and mayor can bury this forever, but I don't want something to happen tomorrow with the judge and court. In my opinion, this will never see the light of day. Will never see the light of day, so I'm voting yes on this.
Councilwoman O'Toole?
I know, Joe. This is not what we voted on.
Moving on to item number 12 is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing the mayor to execute and the township clerk to attest to a renewal lease agreement with Dockside Marina LLC to lease a section of block 1097.01, lot 172, for township operated recreational kayak launch and associated amenities. This is a first reading, so it does not require public comment.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Aber. Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Madison?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes,
And Councilwoman O'Toole? Item number 13 is an ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, vacating the public right and interest in a portion of Germania Court between Route 37 West and Wren Place, and acceptance of a dedication for an extension of Wren Place in the Township of Toms River, Block 509.01, lots 16, 18, and Block 509.02, lots 1 and 2, pursuant to the Township Code, Chapter 448, Street Vacation Procedures. Again, this is a first reading, no public comment.
I need a motion, please.
Motion was made by Councilman Aber, seconded by Council Vice President Iverson. Councilman Aber? Council Vice President Iverson?
I will vote yes on it, but for the final reading, I think we should have all the environmentals in place to make sure there's no pollution on this property.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
And Councilwoman O'Toole? Item number 14 is an ordinance implementing a new affordable housing zone to be known as the EMF 23 multifamily zone, attached as Exhibit A, to generate 42 affordable units as Block 610, lots 1, 2, 3, 5, 11, 30, 31, and 32, Jamestown Village. Again, first reading.
Second.
Motion to approve was made by Council Vice President Iverson, seconded by Councilman Bianchini. Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole? Item number 15 is an ordinance implementing a new affordable housing zone to be known as the HBMF Highway Business Multifamily Zone, attached as Exhibit A, to generate 4 affordable units through the construction of 2 floors atop an existing 2-story retail and commercial structure at Block 796, Lot 3, commonly known as 2008 Route 37. Again, a first reading.
Motion.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Bianchini. Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Aber?
Yes.
And Councilwoman O'Toole? Item number 16 is an ordinance enacting an amendment to the existing Hooper Claudina redevelopment plan in order to generate 6 additional affordable housing units by increasing the permitted dwelling units per acre from 10 to 18 in the Hooper Claudina redevelopment area. First reading.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Bianchini. Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole? Yes. Item number 17 is an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank per NJSA 40A:4-45.14. This is a first reading.
Would anybody like a description of what this is?
Yeah, I need, to exceed.
Yeah, so, as I'm sure you all know, the first couple of years I've been here, we've reduced spending considerably. So the budget has been reduced by 11 million, or roughly 9%. We went from 147 down to 135 million. But what happens is even though we kept the taxes flat and paid down debt, when you go the other direction, right, so now, we're not raising taxes will be flat, but the police are up for contract negotiations. We have to be able to give them a percentage increase, which will be substantial and will require that we spend more money, not more tax, because we're bringing in a significant level of tax. We've kept taxes flat. When spending dropped, We have massive surplus, I think we're up to like 60 million surplus. However, the state will not allow you to exceed 3.5% increase in total expenditures in 1 year. So by banking the prior year's expenditures, it will allow us to give the cops a raise, along with all the other bargaining units that are up this year. Cost of living adjustment, I know there are folks out there who are not gonna get a cost of living adjustment who work in the private sector. I know how tough it is. You know, our employees are doing a great job, a lot fewer of them than before. They're collectively bargaining, they deserve an increase, I believe that. I'm gonna give them one. We have to be able to pay for it. So this allows us to go past 3%, but again, like I said, taxes are flat, spending is down 9%. Does that make sense? We're gonna be able to use some of that, though, to give the raise. So that's what this accomplishes. We also have Ms. Gallagher here, and I believe somebody from the auditing firm, right? Yeah, I believe. So if you like, you confirm with her, Mayor, or one of the attorneys.
I don't understand to exceed 3%. How much more can it go?
Well, no, it's a bank, right? So last year, we spent less. Even this year, we're gonna spend $1 million less. But once you give raises, it's substantial.
All right,
It's,
so
the
the budget this afternoon, and I'm trying to go through it, and I see that the budget for last year was 142 million.
and this year it's 141. Fair.
No, 142,218. It's actually $36,000 less.
Right.
Okay.
You're banking the money you didn't say, the appropriation you didn't do, so that after we give them a raise and expenses go up, we're allowed to pay it. We're not allowed to pay it, okay? We're not allowed to pay it if we don't do this, right? So I'm not allowed to pass a certain amount, and the contract is like gonna cross over between other years, okay? So that's what this is for. And it's a lower budget, Dave, it's a lower budget, it's a flat tax. We are banking so that we can give a raise. If we don't have the cap bank, we have to redo the budget, correct, Donnie? We have to redo the budget and we would not have enough money to negotiate with.
I got a lot of questions. If I could
Yeah,
wait,
just
can I-
go over this.
No, please let him ask, please. Go ahead.
So, I'm looking at the tax revenue, right?
It's up.
For, you said it's up?
Is it?
$84,000.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Why is it impossible?
It's in the millions.
Because there's less building for the last couple of years.
No, not 84,000. So 2025, it was
Hang on, Dorothy said.
89,800,000, and then for 26, it's to be raised is 89,893. So it's only going up 84,000.
You mean the ratables?
Yeah. that's-
Ratables
that
die.
scares me.
Well, the ratables,
That means our town is dying.
no, it means you're not having, Dorothy, you want to address it? CFO is going to address your concern, but again, I just want to be clear, this is for the cap bank, this ordinance, not for the full budget. She'll address some of these questions for you, but you're going to have a whole month to go over the budget with Dorothy and meet with us and discuss it. You're just meeting again at a statutory deadline for the introduction thereof. It needs a second vote. The cap bank is absolutely necessary if I am going to negotiate with the police. It's a substantial expense. I need that, or I won't be able to give them a raise. Go ahead, I'm sorry, Dorothy.
So the amount to be raised, that's the amount of tax money that is in the budget to support the budget. That is not the whole levy. Part of the levy is used to pay the school board, part of the levy is used for county taxes. You will not see those numbers in the budget.
I didn't think that. That's why you're the CFO.
So that's just the levy.
And we're just a sliver, right? Like you think we're 20-something% of the pie. the school board and the county is a much larger piece of the
And
pie.
then I got another, I got a million questions, but I just got one more. So the capital surplus in 2025 was 2 million, okay?
Okay.
And now in 26, it's down to 500,000.
Right.
Why's-
You're not looking at balances, you're looking at money that we're bringing in from capital account to support the budget. That's like a revenue. We're taking money from capital and we're bringing it in as a revenue to support the budget, and that helps keep taxes down.
Yeah, but 2025, we had 2 million in there, and now going
But, yeah,
forward, we only have 500,000.
We also didn't bond this year, right? We didn't bond any new monies this year. We didn't borrow any money, we haven't been borrowing, we've been paying down debt.
Council
So
President?
there's a certain amount of money in capital that can be brought over to support the budget in lieu of.
Okay, as long as going forward before the second
We
reading.
got a whole
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I was gonna say, we have a month to, the second reading's in a month, not 2
month. But I get no extra time on the cap bank, correct, Donnie? The cap bank must be done now, or no?
Clerk, is this open to the?
Must be done tonight.
No, second reading.
No, this is a first reading and this is the cap bank.
All right, any other council people have questions on this or comments?
Take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Aber, ordinance number 17. Councilman Coleman,
Yes.
Councilman Aber,
Yes.
Councilman Bradley. Yes. Councilman Bianchini,
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson,
Yes.
Council President Sikosi,
Yes.
and Councilwoman O'Toole.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us to item number 18, and that is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, authorizing reading of the Township of Toms River 2026 calendar year budget by title only.
Any discussion first? No? Okay. No? Councilman Neighbor made a motion.
Motion to approve was made by Councilman Aber,
I'll second.
seconded by Councilman Coleman. Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole? Item number 19 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, waiving local review of the township budget.
Any discussion? Need a motion, please?
Motion made.
A second?
I'll second.
Motion was made by Councilwoman O'Toole, seconded by Councilman Coleman. Councilwoman O'Toole? Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Sikosi?
Yes.
Councilman Aber?
Yes.
Item number 20 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, certifying compliance with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records in employment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 pursuant to NJSA 40A-4:5.
I would like, I don't know where this came from, so I would like an explanation about this. Is that you, Donnie? Can you please come up and explain, because this just popped up.
So, last year, the state came out with this resolution that must be adopted annually, and it's required to be submitted when I submit the budget to the state tomorrow.
What does it mean?
It's an equal opportunity statement.
What does that mean exactly?
Saying that we are complying with all the laws of equal opportunity.
Can you give me, just for folks at home, can you give an explanation of that?
Typically, it relates to employment, that we're giving everyone an equal chance.
Everybody's
Employed.
Okay. All right, thank you. Do you guys have any questions?
No. Thank you.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Coleman, and I believe the second was made by Councilman Aber. Council Vice President Iverson. Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council President Sekozy.
Yes.
Councilman Aber.
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole.
Yes.
Item 21 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, introducing the 2026 municipal budget and setting the date for public hearing.
I'll move.
Motion was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Aber. Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
Councilman Aber.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Council President Sekozy.
And when is that date again?
That
That's all
28 days needs to elapse, so I believe we set the date
for May 13th?
May 13th.
Okay. I vote yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 22 is a resolution of the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, Ocean County, New Jersey, approving the 2026 Toms River Special Improvement District budget.
Okay. I believe the bid director is here. Could you come forward?
Thank you, Council President.
You're welcome.
Can everyone hear me? My name is Melissa Fernandez. I'm the Executive Director of the Toms River Business Improvement District. I am here tonight to present the BID's 2026 budget and respectfully ask for your approval. The Toms River bid exists to supplement some township services pertaining to business growth, promote downtown businesses, manage events, and invest in the long-term economic vitality of our district. We are governed by a volunteer board, operate transparently, and publish our budgets and audits for the community to see. We are also primarily funded by a tax assessment solely on the commercial property owners within the district. Our work is producing results. According to Placer AI data, collected as part of a formal engagement with Main Street America, downtown Toms River now draws approximately 985,000 unique visitors per year, which is an 11-to-1 visitor to resident ratio. Our events are doing what they're meant to, bringing people through our doors and dollars into our businesses. We do not just produce events, we provide facade grants, business coaching, and serve as a liaison for the New Jersey EDA to provide grants and resources to new and existing businesses. This year, we are proposing a modest assessment increase from $286,000 to $294,000, which is an $8,000 or 2.8% increase. This is the first increase we've requested since 2022, and it's primarily due to cost in rising utilities. In July 2025, BID participated in a 2-day transformation strategy workshop facilitated by Main Street America, the nationally recognized nonprofit dedicated to downtown economic development. Their team conducted community surveys, analyzed foot traffic data, and toured our district as well as held focus groups. Their conclusion was downtown Toms River has tremendous assets and real momentum. They recommended 2 strategies to guide our work over the next 3 to 5 years, which is improving downtown walkability, making our streets more welcoming, better connected to Hyde Park and the waterfront, and safer for pedestrians. And second is a family-focused arts and entertainment district, growing the creative programming, public art, and family-friendly experiences that our own community survey said they wanted most. Our 2026 budget begins to align our resources with those strategies. The $8,000 assessment increase we are requesting tonight is not extravagant, it's necessary. It allows us to maintain services, meet our obligations, and continue building the kind of downtown that every survey respondent, business owner, and residents said they want. Walkable, alive, family-friendly, and full of things to do. We are proud of what downtown Toms River has become and excited about what it can be, and we are asking for your support tonight to keep that momentum going.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Second, have a question?
Just keep up the good work.
Yes.
Motion to approve.
You have a question?
Public comment, it's a hearing, correct?
No, we had a first
It's a
hearing.
vote for the hearing.
Yes,
It's a vote for.
we had a first
But-
reading.
You want to comment, I'm sure Dave will let you comment, but it's a vote, it's a vote for the hearing.
No, this is a vote for approval.
It's a vote for approval?
Yes.
Oh, man, you got it.
Go ahead. First and last name.
I didn't put it on.
Yes, that's the last, 1149 Third, first of all, I didn't hear any numbers, I heard the increase, I didn't hear any numbers of what the value of the budget was last year versus this year, that's the question.
She did give you a number, she said it went from 284,000 to 294.
286 to 294, which is 8,000.
3%, 2.5% to 3%.
All right, I misunderstood, I thought that was, okay. How come there's no budget here though? I mean, to have a public comment and ask questions, you can't see numbers. Isn't it appropriate to?
That's a great question, and I don't know. I don't know.
I'm happy to provide that to you.
Well, I just think for further, that I asked this question last year, the same thing. I mean, have a public comment when, yes, I listen to what the woman says, I'm the representative, and then they ask me the question.
Or,
I'm happy to provide that to anyone who needs to see it, all budgets and information.
Do you have it on your website?
I appreciate it.
Do you have it up on your website by any chance? Okay, so, all right, thank you. Is there anyone else? Okay. I need a motion to close.
To close public comment.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none. I need a motion.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second. Motion to approve is made by Council Vice President Iverson, seconded by Councilman Bradley. Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council President Sikosi.
Yes.
Councilman Coleman.
I'm voting no only for one reason, as my platform when I ran, I was committed to not having any taxes raised in the township, and that's the only reason I'm voting no.
Councilman Hebert.
No.
Councilwoman Polk. Moving on to item number 23 is a resolution of the Township of Toms River committing to the adoption of implementing ordinances and resolutions in connection with its fourth round affordable housing obligation.
I'll move it.
is this what the judge asked for?
Yes.
This is what the judge asked for?
Yes.
Okay, that
Tomorrow.
motion was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Hebert. Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
Councilman Hebert.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Council President Sikosi.
Yes.
Councilwoman Polk.
Yes.
Council President, I need to read the resolution into the record.
Okay, I think, this is going to be number 24, okay, on the resolution.
This is a resolution directing the termination of municipal litigation not authorized or supported by the governing body pursuant to the Faulkner Act. Whereas the Township of Toms River operates under the optional municipal charter law, commonly known as the Faulkner Act, New Jersey Statute A 40-69A-1, and specifically the mayor council form of government, same statute, NJSA 40-69-31, pardon me. And whereas under the Faulkner Act, the municipal council serves as the legislative body of the municipality and retains the authority over municipal policy, appropriations, and the authorization of expenditures of public funds, including litigation expenses, And whereas a lawsuit titled Township of Toms River versus Silverton First Aid Squad, docket number OCNL 002730-24, is currently being prosecuted in the name of or on behalf of the Township of Toms River, and whereas the Township Council has reviewed the initiation, purpose, and continued prosecution of said lawsuit and finds that it does not serve a legitimate municipal purpose. It's not supported by the council and does not reflect policy position of the governing body. And whereas the Township Council further finds that the continuation of this litigation appears to be politically motivated rather than undertaken in furtherance of impartial law enforcement.
They stole $750,000, we're trying to get back. You don't want us to try to get the $750,000 back, Tom?
Good governance for the public.
You don't want us to try to get the $750,000 back that they owe the town? He can finish, but I'll tell you, you were supposed to have a motion, and a second for a resolution, and then you would read it, but just pulling it. And I thought you were for transparency and putting things on the agenda, but this, every meeting, you put something on my surprise, and then you say, you know, we're for transparency, but you put things on my surprise for people who stole money. You have no authority, and we will continue to try to get back the township $750,000. No matter what you vote, I will continue to pursue Silverton First Aid to get back our $750,000 that they took from this town. They should have been prosecuted. So you can go ahead and defend your Kevin Dagan buddy all you want and try to do whatever you want to try to do, but we will pursue him for the money that he owes this town.
Ambulances back on the road. I'm trying to get ambulances back on the road.
Ambulances on the road.
You know, like
Ambulances on the road. We have more ambulances on the road than ever before.
So we have plenty, we don't need any more?
Don't discuss it, just read it into the record and then it's going in my next mailer. Go ahead, read it. Keep reading it. Tell everybody how you want to stop pursuing the guy who took the money. Yeah, go ahead. Throw me out.
It's your rules.
We'll discuss how much you're stealing at the next meeting.
Yeah. What did I steal, Tyler? You continue to lie to people too. You're the guy who's all of a sudden selling vegetables to people that you didn't sell them to before. So I would just be very cautious about this. Right. I'm not gonna stop. Go ahead. I am glad you're doing this time. I appreciate you going on the record. I am gonna stop. Go ahead.
Really? You're actually gonna stop?
I'm gonna let you defend yourself. Yes. Go ahead. While the 12 people in the back were friends with Kevin Dagan, clap. Go ahead.
We are friends with people who care about the town.
Who steal money from the town.
But so says you.
No.
Okay, well, where has the...
No, have you read the lawsuit?
Okay, you said you were gonna shut up.
Have you read the lawsuit?
I'd like you to shut up.
Oh, you didn't read the lawsuit.
I did read the lawsuit.
Okay.
No merit.
No, which part?
Gentlemen, please.
How do they since you read the lawsuit, how do they owe us the money?
Then he was gonna shut up.
How do they owe us the money? If you read the lawsuit, tell me how they owe us the money. How do we allege that they owe us the money if you read it?
This is how sociopaths act. This is fine.
You didn't read it.
Do it an example of a sociopath.
Yeah,
This is
fine.
fine.
I'll stop now. You continue to throw yourself off a cliff.
Dan, I don't care. I like being thrown
We're
off.
ready. We can move on with what you want to do, Council President here.
Okay, we ready? Whereas the Township Council further finds that the continuation of this litigation appears to be politically motivated, rather than undertaken in furtherance of the impartial law enforcement, good governance, or the public interest. And whereas the continued prosecution of this matter requires the expenditure of public funds, which may not be expended without council authorization pursuant to NJSA 40-69A-36 and applicable provisions of the local budget law. And whereas municipal litigation undertaken or continued without the support of the governing body undermines the separation of powers established under the Faulkner Act and exposes the municipality to unnecessary legal and financial risk. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Toms River, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, that the Township Council hereby withdraws its authorization and support for the prosecution of Silverton First Aid, ETAL docket number OCNL 220200273024. The municipal attorney is hereby directed, pursuant to the council's authority under the Faulkner Act, take all necessary and appropriate steps to dismiss, withdraw, or otherwise terminate said litigation. No further municipal funds shall be expended in connection with this matter, except as many may be necessary to effectuate its orderly termination or to comply with court directives. Any municipal officer, employee, or agent is prohibited from continuing, directing, or participating in the prosecution of this matter on behalf of the municipality, absent further express authorization by the municipal council. Toms River Board of Fire Commissioners shall commence the dispatching of Silverton First Aid Squad in their primary response area established in 1964. The resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption. Be it further resolved that a certified copy of the resolution shall be transmitted to the mayor, the municipal attorney, the business administrator, if applicable, and any court or party as necessary to implement its intent.
I'd just like to say that I'm on the council and I absolutely am not a part of this. Let's make it clear. It's saying the council. I'm on the council. I am not a part of that. So don't say the council. Just name the people on the council that are in favor of that, Tom. Don't say the council because that is not.
And Tom, you don't have the right to contract with anybody, which is why you need to take the class. You don't have the right to establish a contract with Silverton EMS. This is why you need to take the class.
Okay.
Take the class, at least we have that resolution passed, maybe you'll get a little bit of understanding on what you can and can't do.
This is the mayor who begged us not to take the classes when we first were like, begged us.
That's a false
Not to take classes.
Everything that you say is a lie. And people are gonna know that now that they see your hand. You keep tilting your hand, everybody sees.
I want to know, if you go on the record, that you
I make a
you
motion
approve
to take
of
a
thievery
recess.
in this
Is there a
community.
He did,
That's what I want
he
to know.
did approve of ambulances. He did. Basically
You
did.
approve of thievery because people advertised that and took gas and what the.
Every accusation is an admittance of guilt. So, a thief calling someone a thief, Lynn, you don't want ambulances in Holiday City?
Tom, notice nobody,
You don't want ambulances in
Council President.
We have ambulances.
You don't want ambulances?
We have
You
ambulances.
paid for one, Lynn.
You wanna stop trying to get our money back from somebody who stole $750,000. You wanna stop trying to get our money back from somebody who stole $750,000. This is not about ambulances because we have more ambulances on the road than ever before. And you don't have the right to contract with anybody under Faulkner, which is why you really need to take the class, Tom. It's non-binding BS.
This is the mayor who begged us not to take the class.
Did I beg you not?
Begged us not to take the class because he didn't want us to learn what the law
There was
was.
no class, we just established the class.
Who does not want public safety? This is about public safety, man.
A liar.
Something you don't care about.
Is that enough, gentlemen?
Thank you, Dan. You had a voice of reason. Hopefully you won't vote for this kind of environment.
It's about public safety, Dan.
Public safety,
That's okay.
they were creating public safety problems.
We're tired of him.
Everybody sees who you really are. Keep showing, Tom. Thank you.
I know, I'm sorry, folks, that I care about public safety. I really, I
Public safety,
apologize.
you want to not get the money back from Silverton EMS, the 750,000 hands they owe. I will stop.
If that's true, then go for it. I'm not saying don't prosecute.
You did. You just tried to pass a resolution to stop us from pursuing Silverton EMS for the money they owe us. That is exactly
What happened?
exactly what the
What-
resolution said.
Because-
And now you're changing what you're saying in front of all these people like you always do. You lie constantly and contradict yourself constantly and point at other people who are truthful and say, he's a liar, he's a liar.
There you go, Dan.
You are showing everybody who you are. That
Yes.
resolution, that
Trying to
resolution
get
is
the
the
Mayor!
I mean, ambulance back on the road.
That's
Why
it.
not him? Why not him?
Just trying to get ambulances back on the road.
Yeah, well, we have more than ever before. We have more than ever before.
You don't need extras, you don't need backup?
No, we're not gonna do business with somebody who stole from the town.
Okay, well then pursue that.
We are, you just said we shouldn't. You just had, put a resolution
You've
forward.
had
You're
years,
not
you've
pursuing
had
them.
years to do it, man. You've had
We
years
are
to do it.
pursuing them, and you're saying you don't wanna pursue them.
You've had years to do it.
I'm glad you're
Because you're
contradicting
thievery
yourself on
expunged.
video.
Because Lynn's thievery expunged
I
day
am
one.
so happy that you are doing this and that, contradicting yourself on video. The press is gonna pick up on that and play it in the morning. Continue. Go ahead, finish it up, have your vote.
Council President, Council President, being that this was just introduced, I would be negligent if you didn't give me an opportunity to say one quick thing advising the council on that particular resolution. I think the council should be very careful of passing a resolution where there may be conflicted relationships.
Especially when it has to do with big
I
money.
think you should be very careful with passing a resolution like this where there could be dangerous conflicting relationships.
What do you, well, spell it out then. What's the conflicting relationship, John?
No,
Tell us.
I think
No, he
it
doesn't
would be
know it.
improper for me, as someone who represents the township, it would be improper for me to point out these things, but I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Tell us.
All right. So,
I'd like to know.
it's only your club yelling in the back. It's only your club yelling in the back. That's who wants this, because they're members of the same club with Mr. Gagan. Mr. Gagan is in the back organizing them to scream and yell.
let's start.
Go ahead, pass it. I double dare you.
All right.
Motion to table. Is there a second?
Motion to table this resolution that was read into the record was made by Council President Sekozy, seconded by, was it Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman, Council President Sekozy, to table this. I'm calling your vote to table.
Yes.
Councilman Coleman, Councilwoman O'Toole,
Yes.
Councilman Bradley,
Now,
Councilman Bianchini,
No.
Councilman Nyberson, table.
In the name of public safety, no.
Councilman Aber,
We'll see who responds to your next heart attack, man.
You said it was horrible, thanks.
that brings us
God
to,
forbid, she needs an ambulance like that. Like the baby who drowned at the enclosure of the first day.
that brings us to the consent agenda. All matters listed under the item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired on any item, that will be considered separately.
Okay, is any council, the public, right, first?
It's up to you, Council President.
Okay, is there anyone in the public, that wants further discussion on the consent items A through, T? Yes, sir. Wait, just come up in line, man, please.
You know, I continue to look for, and someone please tell me where the full text of the consent agenda items are. Because I don't know the website.
Sir, they were uploaded. They were uploaded today, around lunchtime.
If this is an agenda item, isn't this also included in the agenda that's supposed to be uploaded on Friday? Is that the way it's supposed to?
They were added later by the council.
I think Friday,
When things are
town
added.
hall was closed. It was Good Friday. Was anybody here on Friday?
Mr. Galante, the other thing is you check this by law. Like the council and the mayor have been doing the best to post. But by law, if if you publish your meeting dates at the beginning of the year at reorg, you don't have to publish any agenda. So we try to do our best. The council, Mr. Siko's been very good about that, trying to get us all together and make sure that everything is in last second. He's been very good about that. We're trying our best. Sometimes there are things that are added at the end. Sometimes things are just added from the dais. But we're doing our best. But there's no requirement.
I agree statutorily, it's by title only, but it was stated and said that this was going to be something that the council decided that they were gonna have put on the website, the full text of the agendas. Because I wanna know, how do I question it, if I can't read it, how do you approve it or disapprove it if you didn't read it, if you didn't get the full text? In your package, do you get the full text of every consent agenda resolution that you approve or disapprove?
Sometimes
Do you read
yes,
each and every
sometimes
one?
no.
And you vote?
Because we need to F. Can somebody explain to me what F is? It might be a stupid question, but I'm asking it
This
because
is
I don't have any
an
information.
ongoing,
This is done every,
situation of the town, so I think the attorney can explain this.
it's done every year. This is obviously a, the mayor can speak to this from his days in the council. This has been on for a long time. Basically,
Previous administration.
basically it's a settlement that allows us to kind of
Keep our,
union.
I've been voting for that for 8 years, and I think it's about, I believe, I'm pretty firm about this, that it's about testing and maintaining and the site, and that's what this, and it is an agreement.
Explain to them where this is located.
The Union Carbide, yeah, the Superfund site, right? So, yeah, this has to be done every
You
year.
have to come up here and answer the question. I got the answer. And if it was written, I have the answer.
Right, but like I said, I know you said, I already know, and just in general, we don't, the council is great about this, because in this town, we're great about this. We advertise our meetings in advance and by law, we don't even have to publish by title, we don't have to publish an agenda at all. That's why Tom can do what he does and say things right from the dais. It's not a requirement by law, but it is a good thing for transparency, we try our best. And I'm sorry that we don't always meet your expectation.
Well, thank you, but are you gonna do it or aren't you gonna do it? And that's my next question. And the fact.
I try every other week to get the agenda out on Friday. I'm here every day.
David's very responsive, council president's doing a great job.
Why have, why have,
No, I'm
public-
not.
why have public comment?
Okay.
Why?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Like discussion on T.
Okay? That's the fireworks. Okay? We want to know how much is it per fireworks?
Oh,
There's no-
this is not that, this is just license.
This is a permit, so there's no contract. There will be a contract. Once the permit is granted, then people will submit contracts and you'll vote again on the contract.
Yeah, you'll get a chance to turn it up, but we need to apply, in case we're gonna do this, we're gonna apply for a license.
Okay?
Right, even for 4th of July, like, we gotta have a license for the year, right? So we gotta have a firework license, that's what this is. We didn't even discuss the concerts or anything like that, and I know there's some folks who don't wanna do it, but we need a license to do fireworks for the year.
Okay. And do you feel that having this many doesn't dilute the spectacle of having fireworks?
How many are on there, I didn't put it on there?
Seven.
How many times? Well, the thing is, again, when we go to book that, you'll have the opportunity to negotiate what you think is best. This is just the application for the dates, whether we do it on that date or not.
Dates in there.
It's just, yeah, it's just those, it's
So you're
just,
promising we can discuss this?
yes, absolutely. We just need a date, and it's very popular. There are literally 1,000 people that show up. They show up by, 100 boats pull up, it's extremely popular. But we could discuss that later, but we do need permits.
You will
And the permits
have,
are-
you will have the opportunity to turn down the contract.
Does anyone else have questions on the item? Yes, sir.
Just when you get to the items, you can talk about it. But
Yes.
I need to know about like the performance guarantee, so K, L, M, N, O, P, T, and S. Okay, so when you get to those, it's
K, L, M?
M, N.
We don't have the engineer here today. He's on vacation.
Yeah, no, he's here.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought you were on vacation. You put these on, correct? Could you come up and give an explanation of what that is, please?
Yeah. These are all,
This is releasing, right?
yeah.
So it's completed, these are completed projects that then we hold money. I think I got this, John. We hold money so that if you build the development and don't complete it and you tore up a road or screwed up the sewer line or did whatever along the way.
Apply to the plans.
Right, we could use that money to fix it. Let's say you went bankrupt, you left something undone. And then when they're done, or when they reach a certain level of completion, they get a certain amount of money back. Till total completion, they get all the money back. That's what this is.
That's good, thank you.
Good, thank you. All right, Mr. Brilliant, did you?
I was just asking, because usually what happens is people call it, the letters they want, you vote on everything that's not called, and then you have individual discussions and votes. That was what I was expecting.
Okay.
On the consent agenda. So I was
I'm
asking,
sorry.
I was asking Mr. Hetzel, and he
All
ignored
right,
it.
I got sidetracked. Okay. I think I had a good reason.
All right. So at this moment, Council President, we have the items that were pulled by the public for separate votes would be F, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T, unless they wanna.
I think we could pass them because they were all discussed.
No, not T.
T? T. T. Oh. Yeah, we just did.
No, the mayor's got.
So you want us to go over the fireworks again?
Well, I think for a point of order, we should pull the items and then vote on the balance, and then if you want to vote and discuss separately, we can do that.
I'll make a motion to approve the remainder of the consent.
We need to pull the items. If
You have a motion on the floor. Right now, you have a motion on the floor. Is there a second, right? You have to respectfully, I'm going
Pull the items, go ahead, pull the items.
All items that were discussed and it was.
Because he wants to do it the legal way.
okay.
We're just a little out of order, so we're trying to rectify.
Okay, hold on. So normally the items on the consent agenda are pulled, we write them down, and then we vote on the balance of the consent agenda, minus whatever items were pulled. So there was a discussion back and forth, so I just want to keep order and figure out which items were indeed pulled for a separate vote, if any. So F and T, does everyone agree? So the K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S are not pulled? Okay. So just F and T? All right. So now we need a motion for the balance, minus F and T. Motion was made for the balance of the consent agenda, minus items F and T by Councilwoman O'Toole, seconded by Councilman Bianchini. Councilwoman O'Toole?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Zakozy?
Yes.
Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Avery? We will move to item F. Just for a separate vote.
Was the attorney's explanation satisfactory to everybody? Yep, okay. So I need a motion then for F.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve item F was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Avery. Councilman Coleman?
Yes.
Councilman Avery?
Yes.
Councilman Bradley?
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson?
Yes.
Council President Zakozy?
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole?
Yes.
And that'll bring us to item T.
Motion to move T.
Second.
Motion to move item T was made by Council Vice President Iverson, seconded by Councilwoman O'Toole. Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole. Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council President Sekozy.
Yes.
Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
And Councilman Aber. Sorry, that brings us to the reports.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve the reports was made by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilwoman O'Toole. Councilman Coleman.
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole.
Yes.
Councilman Bradley.
Yes.
Councilman Bianchini.
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson.
Yes.
Council President Sekozy.
Yes.
Councilman Aber.
Yes.
That'll bring us to the bills. We need a motion to approve the bills.
I'll make the
Motion was made to approve the bills by Councilman Coleman, seconded by Councilman Aber. Councilman Coleman,
Yes.
Councilman Aber,
I have to abstain from PO number 26-01563 and PO number 26-01355, and yes for all the others.
Councilman Bradley,
I have to abstain from PO number 26-01457, yes for the balance.
Councilman Bianchini,
Yes.
Council Vice President Iverson,
Yes.
Council President Sekozy,
Yes.
Councilwoman O'Toole.
Yes.
Okay, that will bring us to the public comment portion of the meeting.
Okay, who's going to be first? You know the routine. Name and address, please.
Carlos Evans, I want here. It's not a very good meeting, very happy meeting. You as well. I'm taking this to take these classes. These classes might be good for you guys. The second thing was the affordable housing. I know that I saw faces, maybe on your face, Dave. Then I wanted to say yes, but that yes, I believe is here right now, it's gonna be better, that you guys can find a better solution. But once again, you guys had a very tough year, because I see the difficulty you guys haven't communicated, and maybe this class, Dave, Tom, Harry, and the first one, those four, in that order. Take that class, you guys can get better communication and better relationships. Because I know it's difficult, because, you know, I'm the type of person who used to lose my head very fast. And I'm under patient and stuff. And from what I can see, today, you okay, once you guys take your emotion in, you know? You know, we put up with this right now. You guys look a lot better today in this meeting, but you gotta keep working hard. All your emotions in, your personal emotions, you remember, this is not personal. This is for the community. You guys doing a lot better. To go for our attorneys, communication from both parties, please remember, if they fall, you fall. Anyway you see it. But, I know it's difficult, so you're doing a lot better, but it's working on not only one side, both sides. Besides that, guys, have a good one.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Bill Bryant, 79 Holly Lane. A couple of things. One, it was even said tonight a couple of times, so I feel it's important to read this. So this I'm holding in front of me is the Supreme Court of New Jersey docket for the civil action of Meridia versus Toms River Township. And on page 5, it says, on November 1, 2023, the Toms River Township Planning Board adopted a resolution granting preliminary and final major site plan approval and variance and design waiver relief to plaintiff, that's Meridian, for development of a 6-story mixed-use building with 281 residential apartment units consisting of 238 market rate units and 43 affordable housing units. I want to read that again. Plaintiff for development of a 6-story mixed-use building. These are not towers. These are not 10 stories. These are not 150 feet into the air. We can see it all over social media. We hear it from the mayor. We hear it from other people. It's very misleading. This is what the planning board approved November 1st, 2023. This is what Meridian was going to build. Okay? And I think it's important that we put the facts out there and don't keep blowing this out of proportion. My second point is I want to go back to something I read earlier tonight, and it appears, Mr. Penny, and I'm not asking attorneys' opinions here, but this is in the judge's order. Thank you for the face, I appreciate the smirk. Accordingly, and as a result, the municipality retains all of the protections of the above referenced amendments to the FHA, continues to retain immunity for exclusionary zoning litigation, and that the court retains jurisdiction so as to permit the parties to continue mediation with the guidance and assistance of the special adjudicator court. So, and it goes on to say, providing a mechanism to hear objections under the auspice and supervision of the court, so long as the municipality timely complies with its obligations. You passed a resolution tonight. It's before April 9th. You'll be in court on April 23rd to see what happens. But it says here that basically the judge has kind of retained, municipality retains all protections, is what it says. Last but not least, so I have an interesting question to Mr. Aber. So about 2 weeks ago, a lovely mocking page of me was put on social media, and they made a mistake of violating a trademark infringement, which that is being handled by counsel, and we'll see where that goes. But ironically, less than 24 hours before Mr. Aber, under his Veolia.com email address, at 6:50, less than 24 hours that all this started, followed my website and signed on to my mailing list of my business, which then had reviews put up that were bad enough that I had to remove all of it because my ratings of my business, not talking about myself, this is my business, Brilliant Environmental Services. So infringed upon my trademark and then went after my business, my living. And my question for Mr. Aber, what's your interest in my business that you start following me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is your email address harry.aber@veolia.com?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will submit this to you and Veolia tomorrow to start their investigation. It's already in legal hands, but I find it very hard to believe that there's 2 Harry Abers at Veolia.
No, it's just me.
Let's find out who it is. I find it very disturbing.
So do I. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe the mayor.
Somebody just replaced me.
No, he left.
Somebody else might. Thank you.
No, he left. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Pat Glasgow, Board the Beach. I heard the mayor say that we are well covered with ambulance. The other day I read in the newspaper that the ambulance had to come from the other side of town and crashed into it with the truck. I've also read that Triborough has been covering us in all other towns. Now, I know a few months ago with the Triborough situation, Seaside Heights and Seaside Park had to come together to come up with financing to keep that building open. Is Toms River contributing anything to Triborough?
I don't think so, but I don't know for sure.
So I'm saying it's great that we're getting free care from everybody else and we're not paying them. And then the other thing was, the mayor said that the notices are posted about the meetings. I did talk to the clerk today. If you go on the town's website and you pull up the town's website and you go month to month, and I've been tracking this for a couple months now, they only list one meeting a month. So if you go in and look at April, there was only one for tonight, nothing else for the month. If you go to May, only one meeting's posted. If you go to June, only one meeting's posted. So, something's gotta be done to post all of the meetings if what the mayor says is our meetings are posted. So that's what's gotta be done.
Council President, can I reply to this? So what you're referring to is the document, the resolution that we did, the reorganization meeting that notices all the meetings, which is posted under the public notice section of the township website. As far as those, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about those where you click on them, right? Yes, those are generated by the website we use to start creating the agendas. That's all that is. But as far as the notice themselves, that's been published in the newspaper and on the website under the correct spot, and it's also on the bulletin board. So every meeting has been properly noticed.
Well, it should be posted there, because a lot of people go there to look for the agenda and everything else.
It's simply because the agendas themselves have not been generated on the website. That has nothing to do with the notice, but we will correct that issue.
But why would May's be on there if there's no agenda for, there's nothing to post for May?
Because the event, it's the way the program works. The event is generated, so we're going to put the agenda on when we start getting items.
In the past, it was okay, but, okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. Good evening, Julie.
Julie Adams, 69 Cedar Grove Road, Toms River. Number one, I just want to reiterate with the council that we need Toms River Police Department to be on police patrol. Here's an example from this afternoon. I was on Fisher Boulevard and I was going to cross going west towards Bay Avenue, and the light turned yellow and then red, so I stopped. A car that was obviously behind me ran the red light, just gunned it and ran the red light, but they went past me on the left, and that was a left lane only turn. So they were not even allowed to be in that lane and go straight across. So it's no wonder that Fisher Boulevard is death alleyway. Just seeing that one particular incident this afternoon. The other thing I want to bring up is about the letters that are being sent to the residents on the taxpayer's dime. Those should be paid for by the mayor. He should be reimbursing the town for every single newspaper, every single letter that he has sent out on with taxpayer dollars, because they are propaganda, they are fake news, there's nothing factual in those letters or those newspapers, and they are political campaign work. So this has got to stop because it's fraud. It's misuse of government resources, it's misuse of government dollars. The other thing I want to comment about is the waste that's happening with tax dollars. Just all the park signs that have been put up in every one of these parks with all the wrong names on them. They were put up knowing full well that the council members' names were not current, and they were put up in the fall even though they knew that these councilmen did not win re-election. So that's just an abuse of township dollars, and they do not certainly have to be corrected at this point, other than to put some generic sign up that never has to be changed every 2 years or every 3 or 4 years.
I want to make a comment on that, and I'm actually glad that you brought that up. I am totally ashamed to have my name on that. I am so ashamed, and I had nothing to do with that. The council had nothing to do with these parks. It should be paid for by the residents and taxpayers of Toms River. It shouldn't be a mayor or council people have their names on there that had nothing to do with this. And I asked the mayor numerous times to take my name off, and he says I can't do it. So I know if I go over there and put black tape or something on my name, I'll I'll be charged with vandalism, but you're 100% right on that. It's actually disgusting.
And I hope that something has been done with this Shore Media Company and the falsehoods that that company is putting out with, working with the mayor with these letters and newspapers that go out. And the fact that every year that company's allocation of money seems to go up and up and up. So I hope something's going to be done with that. And lastly, I want to just talk about the fact that the animal shelter still remains closed. We're going to be getting into kitten season very shortly. As everyone in this room that's involved with animal rescue, etc., knows, and we only have 2 shelters really for the entire county. Northern and the southern for the county because Popcorn Zoo is being renovated. The shelter for Brick, which is Jersey Shore, only handles Bricktown. So we have a severe shortage that's not addressing the residents' needs or the animals' needs in Toms River.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening.
Irene Collins. We're name. Irene Watson. I'd like to address something that's basically a done deal. Last meeting, you brought up that the rent leveling board would be terminated in Toms River. I never heard of this, but when I started to discuss it, I got very concerned because I do have a cousin that lives in, it's not a mobile home park, it's a manufactured home park. But anyway, so I looked up things online. When you have a Toms River rent leveling board, the advantage is they're interested in the people of their town. Now, you're going to just change it, you're going to disband it, and the state will take care of it. They make laws for manufactured homes for the entire state. There's differences between the needs of somebody in Sussex County as opposed to Ocean County. Okay? So they are tuned in to their people. Toms River is not only concerned with that tax on the rent, if it was local, but the maintenance, the landscaping, upkeep, if they have it, of a swimming pool, a laundry room, where the state would not be concerned about it. They're basically looking at money and rent, but there would be a cap on it. You brought in a property manager from Homestead Estates. A property manager's description is to make sure rent is paid and, if necessary, to evict someone. You should have brought in somebody from the Manufactured Home Owners Association. They know laws regarding manufactured homes. They're concerned about the community. They're concerned about community organization. They protect the homeowner's rights. They make sure that the homeowner is comfortable. Now, when the animal shelter was all to do, the argument was for it. Toms River is going to take better care of the animals than Ocean County. Wouldn't Toms River take better care of people than the state? Okay. Then the other thing that was brought up, oh, we're going to disband the rent leveling board in Toms River. That's going to save us $15,000 a year. Whereas the Toms River Animal Shelter is going to cost us $500,000 a year. Okay? All right, so now, were these residents of the manufactured homes parks notified? Did they know? Was there anybody sitting in the audience from this? Maybe they didn't care, and that's why they didn't come, but were they notified? And fear, this is the fear, and this is only from my cousin. She has heard that their property could be sold, right? Then where are they gonna go, right? Somebody's gonna these are privately owned pieces of property. Somebody's gonna come and say, hey, you know, here's several $1 million for your property. Okay, good, I'm ready to retire anyway, and I'll do the application. And let's face it, it would be easier for these people from the manufactured homes, come, if they have a complaint, to come to Toms River than go to Trenton. So I think it was wrong that you expanded that. Again, it's too late, but there you go, that's my concern.
I'd just like to address that. Drew was our liaison to the rent control board, and he said in his entire time that nobody ever came for a complaint, and the president of that board said in 18 years, only one person ever showed up. And they were just there to make sure that the rent wasn't raised above 3.5%, and the state has to approve everything. They're not there to stop someone from selling it, they were just there to keep the rent leveled. And the state overrides anything that the town did, so it was totally redundant. Drew's the one who brought it up, said that we should redo it and get rid of it, and Roderick was all for it until I was for it.
Okay.
That was it, and that's the truth. If he was here, he would dismiss that, but thank you for your concern, and thank you for caring about the animal shelter so much. We really appreciate that. It just shows what a kind person you are, aligned with someone who does not care about animals.
All right. Perhaps the problem lies with the Toms River Rent Leveling Board. Did they make themselves available, or did they make themselves known? Maybe they were just sitting
We were
back.
told there was only one member
You have to
on
ask
the board,
Drew.
and the
Drew was
state
our liaison.
overrides everything.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what the rent leveling board says. This was presented to us in an agenda meeting, and we got hoodwinked, bamboozled, whatever you want to call it, to do this. And you know how that went. So this is the third time. Well, I'm never going to fall for this stuff again.
Themselves available more often, somehow advertise themselves, went to meetings. They should have been more available to these communities. These guys.
And you did not ask the property manager to come here tonight, at that meeting. I was totally shocked that somebody came up and spoke the truth. So don't say that we brought somebody in, because it wasn't true.
These people are just being ignored, it's a shame. And they won't notice anything until their property's sold, and then really.
The rent leveling board has nothing to do with property being sold or bought. Thank you, Mrs. Watson. Yes, sir.
Dennis Galanti, 1149 Fairway Court. Status of the animal shelter. I've been told
It's stuck in
taken up by
mud.
the county, and it's going to be taken up by a private entity, is that correct?
That's what we want, that's what we're looking into, and right now, it's in limbo.
Has the county given up their lease?
County, yes, they never wanted it.
They can make a statement that they gave it up, that they are giving it up.
The person who could answer that left.
I'll ask that again.
Sorry.
They can't just pick that up, there have to be contracts and negotiations. Is it gonna happen?
Yes
But
or
we're working on it.
yes or no answers, because I always leave here and I keep asking the same questions over and over again, and I don't get answers. Are you going to require somewhere in your bylaws or whatever that the consent agenda resolutions have to be published in their entirety? I asked a question, I got this and I got that, and I didn't get my answer. Yes or no, and where is it gonna be? Where is it gonna
Can
be?
you
Where
answer
can
that?
I find it?
Sir, yes. So, to be on the same page, we're talking about the resolutions, the bodies of the consent agenda items.
Yes.
The agenda does get, as the council president knows, it gets moved around, it gets updated throughout the course of the week. And they were, like for instance today, I asked the council president, I said, Dave, when do you want everything published? He said, after lunch. So, after lunch, I made sure to go ahead and release all of the bodies of the consent agenda items that are on the website right now. You can go look at them. Things that come up last minute are not there. Things from the floor are not there. So
Where will I, when I go home this evening, where will I find it? Tell me where I searched it,
You-
I was all over the website, I could not find it.
Do you know where to find the agenda?
Yes,
So it's right under there, it's under agenda packet. There's the agenda, and then there's the agenda packet.
okay.
All right?
Fair enough, I'll use them on my phone. Okay, I'll hold off. The third time, it is required by law, questions of the attorney, for you to read the executive session resolution on the record. Is it the law? Yes or no? Don't give me a yes or no. Because I searched Open Public Meetings Act or something on law, and it says by statute it's required.
Okay, all right, going forward, anytime we have an executive session, so we all remember.
I'll read the whole body of the executive session.
Type it on there, type it on the agenda so we don't forget it.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
It's on the agenda, but it's not read into the record. That's
Okay.
required by the Open Public Meetings Act. It's a violation
This,
of
in
the law.
parentheses, but read it,
I will.
okay? I'll read it.
What happened to your ordinances that were tabled? The reg, so many health benefits waiver, part-time employees, township vehicle use ordinance, is there anything?
I'm trying to get it back on the agenda.
Okay, I understand there's so many other issues that are
It's
very,
there.
very important, but I think some of it is important. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Paul Williams, Wall Street, Concord. Council President, I'm loath all the time when I have questions that should be answered by an attorney. And I say I'm loath because I don't trust Mr. Penn. Although I am not an attorney, which he likes to point out,
Direct it to me.
and the mayor would like to know what lawyers I work for. None of his business, and yes, I'm not an attorney. However, I am the guy that lawyers hire. With that in mind,
Do everything pro se.
I work for attorneys, and I have successfully represented myself in multiple matters from municipal court to federal court. And I kind of know what I'm doing. But I often say, I'm not always right, but I usually am. There was an occasion 2 weeks ago when I was wrong. But I was wrong because I wanted to ask our affordable housing attorney who was sitting behind me a couple questions first. But he wouldn't speak. He's got the stink eye from the mayor. So I said what I had on my mind. Mr. Penny was correct in telling me that there was a lawsuit filed. But again, I don't believe him. I don't trust him. All I knew, he could have been making argument, as his cohort over here often likes to do. He could have been telling me about an email he got. He could have been trying to conflate the issue. I didn't want to hear it. But as I understood it, by looking at the docket for our affordable housing litigation, there was no lawsuit filed. I was incorrect, however, because there was a lawsuit filed under a separate docket number. However, the mayor said that it was filed on the Friday preceding that meeting, when in fact it was not. The fact of the matter is, which Mr. Penny was talking about, was a lawsuit that was just filed the day before. But what was filed on that Friday was a letter from Meridia opposing the request that our affordable housing attorney had made after the council meeting, I believe on the 10th of the 11th. Meridia filed a letter. They did not file a lawsuit. They only filed the lawsuit after, when we were past the deadline. Now the builder's remedy lawsuits can come, but they only filed the lawsuit after our attorney, instead of filing a motion, submitted a letter. The opposition from Meridia was they need to file a motion. Then our attorney filed a motion. But the builder's remedy lawsuit time was already in action. So then they filed the lawsuit. So if that matters to anybody's consciousness, that's what happened. That's the chronology, those are the facts. But another reason why I don't trust Mr. Penny was borne out this evening. And while there was much to be disappointed about, Council President, I would ask for just a couple more moments if I kind of on that round. But here's why. When the matter came up, both Mr. Roderick and Mr. Penny insisted, you can't do it. You can't hire a special attorney. You can't, the violation of the Faulkner Act, you gotta go. And Mr. Penny's nodding his head vigorously now. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I am the guy that the lawyers hire, because I do my research. And I would ask you, for future reference, that you understand the credibility of the person who was your assistant attorney. Ask him. Don't give me the platitudes. Ask him the statute that he's saying that you would be violating when he says you can't do something under this Faulkner Act. The Faulkner Act is the name, is the title of the statute. Because the statutes, New Jersey statute, absolutely allowed you to do what you wanted to do this evening. And I'll tell you the statute. Don't take my word for it. Lesson learned. My credibility may have gotten a little shaky from our last meeting, but don't take my word for it. Read the statute. New Jersey statute, title 40A, colon 11-5. It addresses exceptions to probably the provisions of the Faulkner Act that the two of these freaks are referencing. They're wrong. Read the statute. Don't take my word for it. New Jersey statutes, title 40A, 11-5 exceptions.
Finish up, please.
So with that being said, I have insisted, and I've said to you all several times, I do not envy the position that you all were in. But I have full faith that every one of you, even when I don't agree with you, the majority at least, that I have full faith that you all are trying to do the right thing. What is in the best interest of this town and the taxpayers, up against someone who's been playing hide the ball with you. And then thrusting things on your shoulders and making it your responsibility to either do it his way or there's gonna be this big implosion, nuclear consequences, which may very well happen. But the blame will always resort back to him and never let him. Even when you have to make a decision that you don't like, just know he's the one that made the deals. He's the one that played hide the ball. He's the one, along with his cohort over here, they're the ones who have been manipulating you and creating this situation that is untenable. It's untenable. But again, remember what I said. Don't take my word for it. Read the statute yourself. And then ask your counsel to explain it away.
Thank you very much. Anyone else?
Real quick. Bill Bryant, 79 Holly Lane. First, still confused. You did a first reading of an ordinance tonight. So an ordinance about the taking, vacating of Germania, and at the last meeting, you approved. The mayor then vetoed it, and now you're coming back for a second bite of the apple. Why?
Because we're gonna try it again. It's too important of a project. It's a $15 to $20 million project on Route 37 West. It's a Wawa. It went through about 15 agencies that Mr. Shea explained like 2 weeks ago. And it's $250,000 to $300,000 in rateables for the town. It's not going to cost the town anything, and it's going to create jobs. They're jobs. Some will be good jobs, but it'll be local jobs. It's a home run for the town, and I hope the council people that voted no for it. It was passed at the planning board. Everything, all the I's and T's were dotted. The previous township attorney drew up the ordinance for this back in September or October, and it was just been sitting on somebody's desk. I'm trying to take care of township business to move it along, so that's why we're trying it again. And your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I guess I'm asking you because it's your agenda, and I mean, and you just, everything you just said, I'm 100% on board. But unless you know something that the person who vetoed it is not gonna be here in 22 days to veto it again. I guess I'm confused as to what changed, because you guys passed it. Whether you had consensus of full council or not, it went to the mayor, he vetoed it, you don't have the ability to override it. I guess my concern is,
Did you read the veto?
no, it wasn't made public, it wasn't made public yet.
I don't agree.
Okay,
But that was it, no reasons, I don't agree.
well, why, I guess the question is, why is it gonna change again? Why is it gonna change?
I don't know, I'm hoping, I'm praying,
Okay.
okay? I'm hoping I get one vote from,
But one
the
vote,
three council people.
oh, okay, so you're looking for a super majority? Go for it. I get it, okay.
This is good for the town.
And I agree, I just didn't know if there was gonna be.
Everything, the
I didn't-
highways, the roads, the setbacks, the water, the streets, the storm drains. you
I guess I
name it.
didn't know if you knew that the mayor wasn't gonna be here in 22 days, that's what I was wondering. So, I'm just making a joke, I apologize. Just a quick thing, number 14 on the council rules, all council meetings will be recorded by township and live streamed via the township YouTube channel. All council meetings are remain on YouTube channel for the public to view and access. So the minute that Mayor Roderick walked out the door, the feed got cut. Why?
I don't know.
Council rules, not his rules,
Because he doesn't
council
want it
rules.
recorded what the people actually think of it.
What are we doing about it?
I don't know, I don't know.
Where's the IT guy? Is he still here?
Because remember, the argument was at the beginning, he could be thrown in jail or money fined. Let's do it. Thank you.
Ask our attorney, what can we do, what can council do to keep the feet up? Is there anything that we can do legally? Okay, we're just gonna look into it.
Let's go.
My name is Joe Nardini, Toms River, New Jersey. I guess I'm gonna invoke my First Amendment and give you my opinion, okay? Every one of you can tonight see the actions of this man. It's not beholding of a normal human being. No one acts like this. I've been in this town since 1973. I've been to so many council meetings, county meetings, board of ed meetings. Never, ever, ever has anyone ever come close to that maniac. I said this before. I said he needs a mental evaluation, and I implore you, I'm asking you, and I implore you, make him get a wellness check. You don't know what he's up to. He's a loose cannon. You don't know what he can do. There's no metal detectors when you come in here. You don't know what he's capable of. You see what he's capable of verbally, but you don't know what he's going to do. I implore you, make him get a wellness check and a mental evaluation.
Mr. Nardini, I'm thankful that we came in here to speak, and your family has suffered dearly for speaking the truth. And
That's correct.
I'm so
And
sorry.
everybody who talks about him or says something, he has a vendetta. Just follow the track record. Anybody who talks about him, gives him a hard time, he zacks him some way or other. That's not normal mental behavior.
I know.
It's not.
But he has enablers up here on the.
I know he does.
Okay.
And I'm speaking to you for it, and I'm asking you three. Man up. Man up and do the right thing for this town. This is our town. Like I said, I've been here since '73. I saw a big evolution in this town. Don't let it go. He's destroying it. You know it. And I don't understand. I shouldn't be talking to you. I don't understand how certain people are allowing him to get away with this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Good evening, council. I would say also mayor, but the pack went left. My name is Kevin Gagan. My address is Dan Roberts' head. It is what it is. Personal attacks, and from Lino Jewel also there on the end. Those of you who supported Southern First Aid, thank you very much. A little disappointed in the outcome. I get certain people here don't like me because of Dan. Mr. Griever, don't even know him. You and Lynn, your lost cause. I've said it before. I think it's elder abuse what he does to you guys. You know, when is the last time you heard a public official comment on any pending litigation? Never? As Mr. Nardini said, his personal vendettas. You know how we could tell Dan was lying? How his back was against the wall, screaming, blood-curdling screams, interrupting. bizarre behavior. Oh, I'm sorry to keep you up, Mr. Nicole. I know if it was bingo night, you have your martinis, you'd be okay. But I can tell you the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office didn't come to Silverton First Aid and seize all our computers like they seized your records. That being said, you know, he's very upset that his personal attorney that represents other people that are here in the town, council employees, got this, Maria, back there?
Yep.
That, you know, their funding stream is, you know, in jeopardy. Obviously, he's not even telling the whole council the whole details. And just a mere fact of the mayor, and if I had a question about my auto insurance from the Geico attorney, and wonder why he's run out of Red Bank, I would ask him, and I respect that. As far as municipal law, absolutely not. What Mr. Williams said, again, go back to Title 48, 11-5. You guys can hire your own damn attorney. You don't need his approval. You certainly don't need his, and they have to pay for it. That's what you guys need. Because this interruption is just, it's not productive for the town. I agree with Mr. Nardini, but I got beat by a few years. I've been here since 1965, when I was born here. If he doesn't like our town, move back to Jersey City. It's plain and simple, you know? I'll bet you we can find people to buy his house and 100 people to help him pack his stuff. So cool. I hope my youth shouting out there about thievery and all. I know you own 2 houses in Holiday City currently. Hopefully you might retain him, because I'm coming for it. Have a good night.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any more comments? Seeing none, I need a motion to close public comment.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none,